Hey everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and welcome to the Spring into Scrapping YouTube Hop for April. This is being hosted by Cheeky.Studio, who I love. Her ephemera, it's absolutely gorgeous. This is the one I'm using. It's the Pink and Cream collection. It's so gorgeous. And I'm going to go ahead and create my spring layout using this photo of my daughter and just some random pattern papers I've had in my stash. Kind of been sitting there and wanting to use. The first two you see here are from Meggy Holmes collections, and then I use just a bunch of other things. And what I end up doing is taking some of the florals in this beautiful ephemera pack and using them as little layering pieces to help soften it up and show that my daughter is a spring time baby, and just kind of documenting that fact about her life. So I am using kind of the softer colors here because this is a baby layout, and so softer works really well. But I also wanted to kind of match in her little outfit there. She's wearing purple with pink, and so I felt like that pattern paper with the plus signs there, it is just little light purple plus signs, and I felt that worked really well. And then I wanted to bring in that faux lace little piece there to kind of soften it up, and again kind of made me think of spring lace and florals and stuff like that. And then of course, as everyone knows me, I had to do my visual triangle, so I went ahead and added a piece down at the bottom. And then I was thinking it was a little too soft, and so I'm going to add that beautiful strip of black and white striped that came from my very first package that I got for a guest designer for Cheeky.Studio. That's what it came wrapped in, was that tissue paper. And so I've kind of been hoarding it, and I felt like it worked really well. It was nice and soft enough, but it still had a bit of depth to it to kind of ground the whole layout in the photo there. And then of course I wanted to add one of these fun bows that you can get in the shop as well. And I thought that was really fun to put on top of her little hat there because she's a girl. So why not really make that kind of noticeable there? And at the very top, you see that little hint of black just to add in. Again, it's kind of a grounding piece, and so that there's a little bit of depth and darkness to the page as well. And then I add gesso to basically the whole page, but focusing in on where I plan to do just a little bit of light mixed media so I can have another pop of color behind there. I'm really into doing this kind of almost tone on tone type thing. I'm using my Princess, I think Princess is a Vibes from Shimmers, and then I'm watering it down a lot. And then even that was not light enough for me, so I'm adding just a tiny bit of white acrylic paint to soften it, and that was exactly what I wanted. Just that nice kind of light purple that when it goes on, you're going to see it, but when I soak it up, it's not going to be too bad. And you can see I literally just dumped it on there. I tried to focus the heavy amount right under where the photo is going to be, so it would cover it up so I can kind of smush around and get the effect I was liking and wanting. And I went ahead and I go ahead and soak it up here, and I still feel like it wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. Like, it's working, but it's not, I don't know. And I didn't want to add more and make it messy. So my idea ends up being to spray some pink. And this is the Cotton Candy Vibes or Shimmers or whatever it is. It's a mist from Shimmers. And I really liked that mix because, again, you're bringing in the purple from the pink of the photo. And then to soften it up, I go ahead and use a little bit more of my acrylic paint, and I just add a tiny amount onto my finger and kind of smush it to rub it all in, and it blends everything and softens it up, and it's the perfect look that I'm looking for. And I was amazed how quickly this layout came together, being able to do just these few layers and a little bit of mixed media and then just adding the ephemera. It just kind of flew together. It was beautiful and I loved it. I am normally a super slow scrapper, so the fact that this was able to get done so quickly made me really happy. I want to mention, while you see me kind of figuring out what I want to do here and mixing in that last little bit with my mixed media, make sure you are following along with the hop and there will be a link to everyone's videos. I do believe there is a giveaway, so make sure you check out Cheeky Studios for that and whatever is going on with that. And I'm so excited to just be a part of it. I'm not on the design team at all, but I do follow everyone, and most of them are really good friends of mine, so scrappy friends, of course. And so it was fun to kind of watch and just to be a part of it. So I thank Tuesdae for allowing me to hop along. It's exciting. And it's been fun. I'm going to add a few little random embellishments here. I kind of have been storing my embellishments by color. I'm not sure it's working for me, but I am trying to remember to go and look at it. And I do end up adding that little tag. And then I found the word sweet and a few other little pieces, and the word sweet helped me come up with my title, which is a little simple and boring, but I do like the way it kind of blends itself in, and it's going to be titled My Sweet Spring Girl. And that's really it. This, like I said, this layout was super fast. I couldn't believe it. I'm going to add one more layer in here. And of course I had taped everything down, so it was a bit of a hassle here, but I'm going to end up cutting this up so that there's a layer at the top and a layer at the bottom with that little touch of gold, because I did off camera add, I think it was off camera, I might have done it on camera when I was talking. There's a little bit of Heidi Swapp color shine there and in the gold, and so I wanted to bring the gold in one more area too. And then of course when I'm using my title, I'm using the word spring, and the thickers aren't very strong, like you know how thickers are, they fall off the page and everything. So I went ahead and did some stitching. And I end up doing stitching on the pattern papers too, so that they're between each line. And then I stitched the floral at the bottom and then the word spring. And I'm really pleased with the way that all turned out. It kind of lined up perfectly, and I was able to make the pink and the purple kind of blend really well, which was kind of my point. And then I do journaling, but it is hidden just because I didn't want to clutter up my layout. I was really happy with the airy kind of tone it was giving off. So I end up using a Project Life card, writing it on there, and then using just a glassine bag and putting it on the back of my layout. I use a little bit of tape and then glue so it's nice and secure, and then it can slide in and out from the page protector. And I just talk about how I had actually originally wanted her to be a fall baby, because like my favorite season is autumn, but she is such a spring baby. It fits her personality perfectly, and I'm so glad that my prayers were unanswered in that aspect, because she's the perfect spring baby. So that wraps it up. Like I said, please make sure you're hopping along to seeing everyone else's beautiful spring layouts for this amazing hop. And I hope you enjoyed my layout using some of the beautiful Cheeky Studios ephemera from her shop, which is available now. Thanks so much for watching. Here will be a final take of my layout with all the stitching and the little bit of sequence I added at the end. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.